Huh? Oh, it's that, Hill of Swords again. Or just a Desert of Swords, whatever. When I come to, I'm in a strange place. The barren land is endless, and I can't see past the horizon no matter how hard I try. The unceasing wind stirs up the golden sand, stinging my eyes. I stand absent-mindedly in it all. There's no need to hurry. I know the scenery. I remember seeing it in a dream before. So I understand this is a dream, and wait for the dream to end. But it will never end, Shiro. I suddenly feel something strange on my arm. A metallic sound. I wonder what it could be and roll up my sleeve. What the fuck? There's my arm, as a sword itself. Impossible! Whoa! I jump out of my futon. I check my right arm even before I notice I'm in my room. Huh? It's fine. My right arm is my right arm. It's not steel, nor is it a sword. It was a dream? I sigh with relief. I don't know why I saw a dream like that, but it might have to do with me making a contract with Saber. It might. I guess I'll ask Tosco when I get the chance. More importantly, I have to go prepare breakfast now. It's before 6 o'clock. Even though Sakura won't be here, Saber and Fujine are still here. It's too late if I'm going to make breakfast for 3. Well, might as well forget about it. I head to the living room quietly. Oh, please don't go through the whole cooking thing. Yes, because we need more to read more about how certain meals should be cooked and how Shiro is going to cook meals, because this is obviously what the most important thing in Fate Stay Night is the cooking. I stop and try to figure out how they're doing on the other side of this shoji. I hear Fujine's half-asleep breathing and Saber's regular breathing. I must have let my guard down as I try to imagine how it looks in there. I hide my blushing face with my hand and breathe in the cold air. Just need to get some cold air, Shiro. That'll calm you down. I need more training. I'll just go cook breakfast now. I shake my head and walk away. But it's not good for my mental health to have girls staying in the same house as me. I can see why. But then again, I don't think most guys would really mind too much. I'm going on ahead. Don't be late even if you're by yourself, okay? Yeah. You do your best on your morning work, too. Yeah, thanks, Shiro. Your food was really good. Fujine bows and heads to the school. Well, I still have about 30 minutes. I'm already done cleaning up, so I'll act on the decision I made yesterday. Might as well get our ass kicked by Saber. The wounds and bruises from last night have healed. I have some time, so I go and train with Saber. The sounds of our Shinai echo. The clashings sound rather impressive. I guess I can't take the phrase learning by watching others too lightly. Just imagining a role model makes my Shinai lighter and easier to handle. Just think about Archer, Shiro. Think about his swords and how beautiful they are. As usual, Saber is repelling my attacks without losing her breath. But is something wrong with her this morning? Until yesterday, I would have received a counterattack and been knocked unconscious the instant she parried me, but her counters are avoidable today if I become desperate. Well, by avoidable, I mean I don't get knocked unconscious. Saber's counters are still pretty effective. Phew. I put my Shinai down and take a breath. The clock is already pointing at 8 o'clock. It's been an hour since I started fighting Saber. It's true that Saber wasn't up to par, but I could react better to Saber's attacks, and I was so into it that I forgot about time. Fuck school. Let's just train all day. Just have her knock you on your ass all day. Well, I've let out some good sweat, but what's wrong with you this morning, Saber? I'm less scared of your attacks today compared to yesterday. That is not true. I fought you like I did yesterday. If you think I went easier, it must be that you are improving. Huh? I've improved? Saber nods. It doesn't seem like flattery, and Saber is not one who would say such things.
それは本当に
Really?
驚きました。シロウの技量は昨日とは別人です。
I am surprised. Your technique is so different from yesterday's.
そうかな。いや、そんなことはないだろう。単にセイバーの調子が悪かっただけだ。
Really? No, that can't be true. It must be that you're not doing so good today. All teachers would lose their jobs if someone could get better in a day or two.
それは同感ですが、そうですね。具体的に言うと、型に無駄がなくなりました。シロウはもともと体は出来上がっていますから。
I feel the same way. But let me see. To put it clearly, there are less unnecessary movements in you now. Your body is already fit, so you can improve just by learning proper techniques. There's less unnecessary movement? Come to think of it, my body did move well this morning. I felt like my Shinai automatically parried sabers, even though my body couldn't react to it. I only copied him. Yeah, I thought so.
やはりそうでしたか。私に指示すると言っておいて、アーチャーの剣筋を手本。
As I thought, you ask me for teaching, but you copy Archer's technique, huh? She must have already known, and she glares at me.
やっぱりわかるのか。
Huh? Wow, you can tell?
当然です。もともと白い。
Why don't you copy my technique, Shiro? Of course, you did not have a basic style before. Anyone could tell if one base entered your style. She looks away as if she's disappointed.
いや、セイバーをないがしろにしたわけじゃないんだ。ただ、昨日はずっとあいつといたから。
It's not like I ignored you. I guess you could say his figure got engraved in my mind because I was with him all yesterday.
いいえ、私に断らずとも結構です。シロウが強くなる分には。
No, you do not need to ask for my permission. I have no complaints of yours to become stronger. Liar. What is with that disappointed face?
すまなかったって。それにな、セイバーを手本にするって言っても、俺にはセイバーがどうやって反撃してくるのか。
Saber's not the type to admit to these things, or admit if she's jealous, which she obviously is. I'm telling you I'm sorry. Even if I wanted to use you as my model, I can't even see how you're attacking. We have different physiques, so it's impossible to copy you.
なかなかに正論です。では、私はあくまであなたの練習相手ということですね。
You are certainly right, so I am just your training partner, huh? I'm nothing more than that to you, Shiro. Ugh. I feel like I've gotten myself into a deep hole.
この件について追求するのはやめよう。
No, let's not talk too much about
と
this.
にかく少しは俺だって戦えるようになって
Anyways, I can fight a bit now.
何を言うのです。確かにシロウの技量は上がりましたが、それはあくまで最低限戦えるというレベルです。
What are you saying? Your technique did improve, but it is on the level of barely being able to fight.
私やアーチャー、バーサーカーと向き合えるものではないのですから。間違っても単独で
It is not something that can match Archer or Berserker, so please do not challenge them by yourself under any condition. Saber declares so. It seems like she's a master that's remonstrating an elated student, and it brings a smile to my face. How charming can this cute master be? I get to school an hour late. The hallway is filled with students because it's break time. The class must have just ended for 2C as many familiar people are coming out of the classroom. No, I don't know why, but Tiger was really pissed. You should be prepared for it in the 4th period.
そうか。今日の授業、英語があったっけ?
Oh yeah, we have English today. English! I greet the classmate that gives me the ominous news. The instant I get to the door to go into my classroom. Huh? The world history teacher comes out.
おはようございます、先生。
Good morning, sensei.
遅刻かエミヤ。今日の授業は試験範囲を確認したものだ。後で友人にきちんと聞いて。
You were late, Emiya. We went over what would be covered in the exam. Be sure to get it from a friend later.
はい。どうも遅れてすみません。
Okay. I'm sorry for being late. Kazuki nods and leaves. He's Kazuki Soichiro, the iron teacher that teaches world history and philosophy, and is also in charge of the student council. He's just as he looks, and he's a rare teacher that gains popularity as the students progress through school. How is this guy popular? He just seems like kind of an asshole that's generally unlikable and doesn't really like to talk that much. Morning. I go to my desk while greeting my classmates. For a few seconds, I regret that I was late.
随分と遅い到着だ。
Hey, you're here pretty late. Someone greets me, so I turn around. Then, there's Shinji, strangely friendly.
シンジ
Yeah, strangely friendly,
お
huh?
前どっか変だぞ
Shinji, what's wrong? You're acting strange.
寝不足か
Isn't he always kind of acting strange? Did you not get enough sleep last night? Yeah, that must be it. I tell him what I'm thinking. He completely changes and glares at me. Then he smiles again. Shinji was strange yesterday, but he's even stranger
シン
today.
ジお前まさか襲われたのか
I don't know, Shiro. Maybe he's plotting something ominous.
戦わないなら家で身を守っているべきだって
Shinji, don't tell me you were attacked. Damn, I told you so. If you're not going to fight, you should stay at home.
うるさいな。何偉そうな口聞いてるんだよ。
Shut up. Why are you talking like you're the boss?
シンジ
Shinji?
何？それとも遠坂と仲良くやっていい気になってんの？勘違いするなよな。遠坂と手を組んだところでお前が強いってわけじゃない。強いサーバントを手に入れて嬉しいの
Or
はわかるけど
what?
さ。
Are you conceited because you're friends with Tosaka? Don't misunderstand, okay? It doesn't mean you're strong even if you cooperate with Tosaka. I know you're happy that you got a strong servant, but it's shameful to be conceited. Shinji glares at me. It doesn't seem like he has much composure.
まあいい。君が来てくれてよかったよ。ほら、エミヤが来ないんじゃさ。
Oh well, it's good that you came. See, it would have been boring if you didn't come. That must be all he wanted to say, as Shinji goes back to his seat chuckling. The classroom gets loud once it's lunchtime.
一世のやつ
Huh? Issei's already gone. He must have gone to the student council room again because of his lack of sleep thing. I made lunch today, so I would like to avoid eating it in the classroom. Maybe we could give Issei some... Why doesn't he just take some fucking sleep aids or something if he's having trouble sleeping? Hmm? The guys in the classroom are making a commotion.
おいどうした
Hey, what's going on? I call out to them. The guys that are secretly talking take a look at me with suspicious eyes.
何かあったではござらん。それ、教室の外を見てみるがよい。
This is no time for questions. Look outside the classroom, but secretly, okay? Goto must have watched some... Oh, Goto from Parasite? Goto must have watched something... must have watched some strange TV program last night. What? Then, outside the classroom in the hallway is a person that's acting more suspiciously than Goto and the others. It's acting more suspiciously than a parasite? I didn't think that was possible.
二 A の遠坂だよな。うちのクラスに
It's Tosaka from 2A. Does she have some business in our classroom?
間違いござらん。先ほどから盗み見ていたが、あちら
You have been, have you?
さりげなく、しかし
You're
大
just
胆
a
に我が
pervert.
教室を覗いておる。ドアの前を通り過ぎるのも7回目。
She has to. I've been peeking at her for a while, and she's been doing the same. She's peeking into our classroom in a casual yet bold manner. She passed our door 7 times. No, that makes 8 now.
だよな。こうなると偶然じゃねえ。つうかさ、
Yeah, this can't just be a coincidence. Is it just me or does she look like she's glaring?
普段は
Doesn't she usually look
涼しげな顔して
calmer?
ない？
お前もそう思う。こう通りがかるたびに
Oh,
目尻が
you
上がって
think so
んだよ
too?
な。
Yeah, she's getting angrier the more she stays out there. It's harder to go near her now.
ありゃイライラしてるね。
She must be irritated. Is something annoying her?
待ち人来たらずというより、待ち人気づかずというところ。こう、誕生日にこっそりプレゼントを仕掛けておいたのに、送られたやつは1年経って。
You guys are really overanalyzing the situation here. She's irritated because somebody's not showing up, and she's waiting for that person. She's pissed because they're not showing up. There. Situation explained. And now we can stop overanalyzing the situation. It seems like the person she's waiting for isn't noticing her, rather than not being here yet. It's like she hid a birthday present for someone, and she's really pissed now because that person hasn't noticed it even after a year. Jesus Christ.
後藤ってさ。
I agree, but Shiro's examples tend to be more ridiculous. Goto, you've got ridiculous examples. You're too accurate.
何？お前。
What were you, a general in your previous life? The guys are saying whatever they want. I timidly look out into the hallway again. She saw you, motherfucker. She's pissed. I don't know what she's mad about, but I think Goto-kun is right. Well, what should I do? Okay. Let's save here. She's after me. I'll give up and go out there. First one, I think, is what we're gonna do. Let's read the other options, though. She's after me. I don't want to die, so I'll keep quiet. Who's she after? I don't know, so I'll play dumb. Those two are bad. Those two will, well, yeah, both of these will probably get your ass kicked, Shiro, so let's just go with the first one. Tosaka must want to talk to me, but I'm curious why she's acting that way. Considering Tosaka, she would drag me out if she has business with me, so why is she acting like an ordinary schoolgirl? To keep up appearances, probably. I want to ignore her, but I guess I can't. More than anything, I'm scared of what she'll do to me if I ignore her. Yep, that is true. She'll probably do something that, you don't want her to do to you, whatever that would be. I get up with my lunchbox. I prepare myself for the questioning I'll get from Goto-kun and the other guys after I get back. Tosaka, what are you doing here? I'm taking a walk. It's natural for me to eat lunch during lunchtime, right? Tosaka's acting too suspicious. She's restless and doesn't try to look at me in the eyes. Oh, okay. Then you can continue with your walk. I'm going to go eat in the student council room. I wave her goodbye and turn around. Hold on, you're doing this on purpose, right? I turn around. Hey now, Tosaka, I don't know what happened, but I don't understand it like that. If there's something you want to tell me, go ahead. Tosaka's looking at me hesitantly. You love me, don't you? Could it be? Did you forget your lunch money? I can't give you my lunch, but I can lend you some money. Oh god. You're so wrong, you idiot. Tosaka barks out. The hallway goes quiet. And then a random tumbleweed rolls by. After a few seconds, everything resumes as if nothing has happened. I see, everyone protected their reality by ignoring what happened. There's no way that the perfect, beautiful honor student, the school idol, Tosaka Rin, would scream out the word idiot in the hallway. Therefore, what happened in the past minute was completely erased from their memory. I envy them. I want to amend my memory from about 4 days ago. So, if it's not lunch money, what is it? What do you think it is, you dumbass? There's kind of a war going on right now. You're having lunch now, right? Do you want to come with me? I know a better place than the student council room. Tosaka says so while looking at me from time to time. Oh. She just wants to talk to me because she wants to have a strategic meeting. Took you long enough to figure that out, Shiro. Wait. This is a better place? It's cold. The rooftop is mercilessly cold. The rooftop would be filled with students enjoying the wind and the scenery during summer, but it's completely isolated during the winter. It's cold. I say it one more time. It's an honest opinion as well as an objection made to the person next to me. What? Suck it up if you're a man. My objection is dismissed in a flash. Wow. You don't have any balls, do you, Emiya-kun? This way, Emiya-kun. It's less windy, and nobody would see us here. She must not intend to look at me as she moves in a hurry. I eat my lunch. She must have called for me since she wanted to talk to me, but she doesn't say anything at all. And she's very close to me. When I take a peek at her, she's looking... God damn it, she's looking at me as if she wants to say something. I keep eating my lunch. I won't be able to keep my sanity unless I do so. I don't care if it's cold or that there's no conversation. It's just that... this is really troubling. There are limited places to get away from the wind, so inevitably, Tosca's eating her bread right next to me. We're so close that our shoulders would touch if I moved a bit. Doesn't this look like we're eating lunch together? Isn't that exactly what you're doing? I try hard to keep my face from blushing. Damn. Why didn't I realize it when she invited me in the hallway? It's only natural that I can't calm down. The person next to me is a girl I admired, even though she's my ally now. I can't say this no matter what, since Tosca would just laugh it off, but I really wish she'd be more considerate. My chopsticks hit the bottom of my lunchbox. I'm done eating. I can't help it, so I start cleaning up. Tosca must have already finished eating as she's watching me awkwardly. Damn. Lunch break will be over in a few minutes. I guess I'll have to ask her what we'll do after school today. Oh god. Hey Tosca, can I have a moment? We speak out at the same time. And on top of that, our eyes meet for the first time today. Jesus Christ. What? Go ahead if you want to say something. No, I don't have anything I want to say. Please go ahead if you want to say something, Tosca. We talk at the same time again and avert our gazes from embarrassment. And silence follows. The end of lunch break is nearing. I'm relieved and disappointed that we might have to go now. Then. I'm sorry about last night. Tosca murmurs in an apologetic tone. Huh? It's about yesterday. I used my command spell on him. I know it's nothing now, but I'm still sorry. Yeah, sorry for him slashing your back and almost killing you. My thought process stops. What happened last night? Archer tried to kill me, and Tosca says she used a command spell on him. Tosca, that means... Yes, I told him not to attack you no matter what while we're cooperating, so something like yesterday should never happen again. That helps me out. It does, but she used one of her only 3 command spells on such a thing? I see, but that's not something you should be sorry for. That's something he did on his own. You didn't know what he was doing either, right? Yeah, but it doesn't mean I have nothing to do with it. It's my responsibility for letting him do as he pleases. She says so with a downcast look. The gesture is unlike Tosca. I like that fact less than the fact that Archer attacked me. Alright, I'll say that's the case if you say so. But Archer told you all this? I would never think he would report to you about attacking me. Yeah, but you'd think something happened if your servant comes back wounded with no magical energy. He hides things, but he never lies. He quickly confessed what happened when I asked him. She must be getting mad as she's recalling it. Oh, you're back to your normal self. Yeah, it's not like you unless you're like that. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? It's fine. So where's Archer? I left him at my place. He's been acting strange since last night, and I don't want to let him see you a day after such a thing happened. He might try to kill you again. True, I don't want to see him either. I'm sure we'll just insult each other if we see each other again. I see, but do you know why he attacked me? He said having fewer enemies is better. He said something about how you can be ignored, but how he has to defeat Saber because she'll get in the way later on. He said it'd be troublesome if you got controlled again like yesterday, so he decided to kill you. Damn, I can't object to that. I'm certainly a bother as I almost fell for Castor's trap. He must have determined that I'm a burden the instant Castro controlled me.
納得いった。それじゃ、この話はこれで終わりにしよう。
I understand now. So then let's end this topic right here. There was some fault from my part as well. And in any case, I don't know what would have happened to me if he hadn't come.
ほら、愛子ってことで
See? They canceled each other out. You don't have to feel so bad about it.
そう言ってくれると助
Yeah,
かるけど。
it means a lot if you say so. She looks away awkwardly. She must not be able to agree easily because of her strong sense of responsibility. Oh, the bell rang just at the right time. The bell rings to tell us that lunch break is over. I couldn't tell how my lunch tasted, but this was fun in its own way.
中に戻ろう。
Let's go back. You'll be late for 5th period. I get up and head to the door. But Tosca's still sitting down.
遠坂、シャイム
Tosca, you know that the bell rang, right? She doesn't answer, but looks at me as if she wants to say something.
少し付き合いなさいよ。一つぐらいサボっ
Keep
ても
me
平気
company
でし
for
ょ
a while. It's alright to skip one class, right? Then, she says something that an honor student would never say. The bell rings to signal the start of the 5th period. But what are we doing? Drinking hot coffee here like this? By the way, I went and bought the coffee in a flash.
授業開始まで5分あるでしょ。1階の購買からここまで。
There's still 5 minutes until class starts, right? I think it won't take you 5 minutes to go to the store on the 1st floor and come back. Run, Shiro, run! Get that coffee. Get that coffee that also gives you the runs. It's because of the demonic request made by Tosca.
それで、
So,
エミ
how
ヤ君は
about
どう
you?
なの？
ああ、魔術を習い始めた頃か。確かそんなもんだ
Huh?
よ。
Oh, when I started learning magic? Yeah, that's right. My father finally started teaching me after I begged him for 2 years.
じゃあ足掛け8年か。エミヤ君のお父さんも随分と半端な
So,
こと
about a
するん
total of 8 years, huh? Your dad sure did have an incomplete job. If he was going to teach you, he should have done something from the time you were born.
8年前って言えば
Well, he kinda couldn't have done that,
もう同じ成長期後でしょ？そんなに大きくな
considering
ったら
that,
こ
you
こに
know,
刻むこと
he's
も
not
でき
his
ないし
biological
体
child,
もいじれないじゃ
but
な
of
い。
course Tosca probably doesn't know that. Your body was already too mature 8 years ago. He couldn't put a magic crest on you, nor could he tamper with your body. Tosca says dangerous things with a serious face. Tamper with your body, huh? I don't really want to know what that entails. Well, I know this is part of her as a magus.
まあな。前にも言ったけど、親父は俺に
Yeah,
魔術
but
を
I
教
told
え
you
るつもり
before,
は
my
なかった
father never intended to teach me
だ
magic.
からそういう
That's why he
父
didn't
さん
go
みた
through
い
the
に
proper
ちゃんと
steps
した
like
手
you
順
did.
は踏まなかったんだよ。というか、生まれた時から
Actually,
手を加える
what do you mean by doing something when you're born?
言葉通りの意味よ。歴史が古くなればなるほど。
It's just like it sounds. The magic crest of a family becomes larger the more history there is behind the family.
魔術刻印は形になった魔術回路だから、ほんの少し
A magic crest is a magic circuit taking shape, so engraving it into someone causes the human body to reject it and causes serious pain.
で、それを少しでも和らげるために、子供の頃から少しずつ
So we implement it bit by bit from the time we're born to moderate the pain. We also drink bitter herbs and ground bones to create resistance in our bodies.
まあ、魔術使いであるエミヤ君には関係のない話だから、あんまり気にする
Well,
必
you
要は
don't
ない
need to
わ。
worry too much since it doesn't concern you as a magic user, and it's troublesome if you start copying it and do reckless things.
言われなく
I
て
don't
もそん
intend
な気
to.
はないよ。けど、遠坂は大丈夫なのか。なんか
But are you alright?
痛々
It
しいん
sounds
だ
pretty
から
bad from the way you
そう
said it. I can't put it into words properly. I don't know what you would call a normal magus teacher. But I felt a presence when I went to Tosca's house. A family that passes on a long history. Children that have the duty to succeed from the time they're born, secluded from the normal world disregarding their will. I bite my lip, trying irresponsibly to think how long and heavy it is.
そう、
Oh,
そういう心
I
配なんて
see.
してる。
So you're worrying about such a thing.
なんだよ。その今さりげな顔は
What's with that meaningful
別に
face?
俺
I'm not
心配
worried at all,
し
you
て
know.
ないからな
I see you're just as much a tsundere as Tosca is,
心配なん
Shiro.
てされる覚えはないもの。
Of course not. There's nothing for you to be worried about. I did it because I wanted to, and I don't regret it one bit. Isn't that the same for you as well? Why are you asking me? Wait, the same? Me and Tosaka? Jeez, you really don't get anything about yourself, huh? Look, my training was indeed hard, but I never thought about running away. I'm saying that it must be the same for you. Oh, yeah, you're right, but I was never asked to do anything as hard as you're doing. Don't say stupid things. It's crazy to start learning magic after 9 years of normal life. I don't know what your daily routines are, but I'm sure it's a dangerous one. It must be so dangerous that you might lose your life if you fail. Well, she's kinda onto something there. Oh, well, that's only because I'm an amateur, and it's not supposed to be that dangerous. I can't compare it to you, Tosaka. Right, I can't compare myself to you either. Training in magic is like that. The only common thing is that we're all putting our lives on the line. There's a difference in how much we put on the line, but it just means how much risk we're willing to take, right? In that regard, your training is much harsher than mine. I've never trained in a way that might kill me. First of all, I don't fail. Wow, you just declared it. She casually says something that hurts me. In other words, she said she doesn't understand how we feel when we fail. I am fucking perfect. Hey, don't sulk. I praised you. Huh, it doesn't make me happy when the person that always gets the perfect score tells me I did well this time. I didn't say this time. The point is that the training is hard, but it's not harsh. That's why I've never run away from it and will continue training. The same goes for you, right? Tosaka said it was hard, but not harsh. I think she's right. I did not feel that my training was harsh nor severe. No, I didn't have any composure to think about such a thing. I just wanted to catch up to Kiritsugu. I want to be like Kiritsugu someday. I kept on training to be like the superhero that Kiritsugu couldn't be. Come to think of it, most of my memories are about training in the shed. But I've never regretted it. I've always believed that it's the most important thing for me. I see. You're right now that you mention it. I guess I did my share, huh? Yup. You came to where you are today with your own skill, so have more confidence in yourself. Tosaka tells me to be proud. I'm a bit embarrassed. It's more embarrassing if she gets happy about it as if it's her own accomplishment. Well, let's talk about the serious stuff now that this conversation's over. We have to know about each other's strengths if we're going to be cooperating. Strengths? Oh, you must mean the magic we can use, huh? That's something you know already. You know what I use, right? Yes, your magic is strengthening, right? I won't say it's rare, but I don't think many magi use it as their primary magic. I've been wondering, but why are you particular about the strengthening magic? No, that's not the only thing I can do. I tried a lot, but strengthening is the only thing I can do. The rest is basic stuff like making a blueprint and such. This isn't something we have to talk about now. I see. I guess mine is conversion. Accumulation, flow, and transformation of power. That's my basic power, and I also know the popular spells. I can manage to make a boundary field that's about a classroom size. Well, we already saw that. Conversion of power? That's the most basic and the most all-around. In other words, she can put magical energy into any container and transform it. I see. I'm happy that you're telling me this, but is it really alright to tell me about your magic? You told me about yours before, right? It's not fair if I hide mine. Saying so, Tosuka holds out her left arm. I've shown you before, but this is my magic crest. The technique of conversion is what's been passed down to the Tosuka family. We're good at shifting our powers or someone else's. Magical energy disappears when we take it out of our body, right? We cannot create anything special with just magical energy. We execute the equation called magic using the magical energy before it disappears. That's why pure magical energy that's not part of a spell is hard to move around. She stops there and takes a small rock out of her pocket. Is it a jewel? The transparent polyhedron reminds me of a kaleidoscope. As an example, I can store my magical energy in other objects. No, not only my magical energy, but I can also store others' magical energy. And although it'll be difficult, I can store things other than magical energy as well. And the most compatible storage is the jewel. You know that jewels are places that easily store thoughts, a prison that stops flow, right? Of course we knew that. Why wouldn't we know that? Additionally, crystals that have been in the ground for a long time carry strong natural spirits. Such jewels can become a simple magic crest when magical energy is poured into them. Well, since it's a jewel, it'll break once the stored magical energy is released. Tosuka shrugs and puts away the jewel. That's a waste. By breaking, you mean it'll go away once you use it, right? Do you have to replenish an expensive thing like a jewel every time you use it? Yep, that's why we're always out of money. You're always buying jewels? Magi of the Tosuka family start by making money once they succeed. I see. Yeah, people have different problems, Tosuka. Why whenever she does that, her eyes look like a fucking lizard's eyes or something? Have you noticed that? Like, her pupils look, more... They don't look round, they look more, like, pointed. It's kind of weird. She looks away as if she said too much. Yeah. I think so every time I see her, but I think Tosuka is rather foolish. The 5th period is about to end. Tosuka's explanation has ended, so I decide to ask her about another Magus, about Shinji. Hey Tosuka, I heard Shinji's family, the Mato family, is a family of Magi. Did you know that? Yes, I did. But my dad told me that the Mato family declined in the past few decades. He said that the Mato family doesn't have the bloodline of Magi now. That's true. That's why I was surprised to hear that Shinji became a master. I see. So she did know, huh? That's to be expected because she supervises this land and knows about all the Magi with a history that live here. So she should know that Shinji's a master. Wait, hold on! Tosuka, you know that Shinji's a master? I'm sorry. I guess my thinking he couldn't be a master backfired. Well, I'm pretty sure Sakura's not one. Tosuka says so as if it's nothing. That's strange. She's looking for the 3rd master at our school, but it seems like she's not considering Shinji to be a problem at all. Yeah, I can't really blame her for that. Tosuka, Shinji's a master, right? Yeah, but he's harmless. He only has Ryder. Ryder is just probably the lowest out of all the servants. Yes, but that shouldn't be such a problem. He doesn't have any magical energy, so he shouldn't be able to do anything outrageous. Well, you say that, but... Our enemy is the master hiding out at our school. Shinji doesn't have the presence of a master, so he's not the one we're looking for. Then does that mean there's actually 4 masters at our school? I don't know about 4 masters. No. No, actually there isn't. You're wrong about that. Pretty sure she's wrong. Yeah, she's wrong. I would think so. Well, I don't think Shinji would interfere since I told him not to do anything. She makes another worrisome statement. No, first of all, how did Tosca find out that Shinji's a master?
遠坂ちょっと
Tosca, can you tell me what happened this morning in detail?
詳しくも何もシンジ
There's
の方
nothing
から
much to
話しか
talk
けて
about
きたの
since
よ
Shinji was the one who told me.
僕も
He asked if I wanted to cooperate with him
二人
since
で
he's a
手を
master
組
as
まない
well.
かって
I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this, but I can't stop her here. So what happened after that?
その続きはどうした？
続きも
I
何も
declined,
当
of
然
course.
断ったわだっていうのにあいつ
But he still
しつこ
kept
く食い
being
下がってくるんだも
persistent,
の
so I unintentionally said that I don't need him
つい
since I
シロ
have
がい
you,
るから
Shiro.
マト君はいらないって言っちゃった
Oh god. Tosca laughs as if it's a funny story. She also looks really cross-eyed too, and I love when she makes that expression. It just looks so stupid. That must be why Shinji was acting strange today. But
それで遠坂はどうするんだ？
so what will you
Shinji
do?
will
Are you going to ignore Shinji? Shinji's the one that set up the boundary field at our school, right? What? Tosca freezes. You thought that you might want to... You probably should have told her this beforehand, Shiro. I thought so. She didn't know Shinji made the boundary field, huh?
違うんだ遠坂。確かにシンジは魔術師じゃない。
You're wrong, Tosca. Shinji is certainly not a magus, but he's the one that set up the boundary field.
キャスターみたい
I
に
think his servant
サーバント
excels
の
at
方が
magic
魔
like
術に長けて
Castor.
いるんじゃないか。
Tosca grows pale.
遠坂、お
Tosca?
前気
You
づ
didn't
いて
know?
なかったのか。
おう
Oh, she has the
あの
Higurashi
結界は
eyes again.
サーバントによるものだって気がつ
I
いて
did.
たけど
I knew the boundary field was made by a servant, but she couldn't make the connection to Shinji, huh? I recall how Tosca was acting until now. I bet Tosca was so worried about what happened last night that she couldn't think about Shinji. It must be the biggest mistake she's made in her life.
まずい
Crap,
下手したら
Shinji might
シンジ
be...
のやつ
She gets up instantly and glares at the exit. At that instant... Oh, fuck. What's going on in the game? The disorder is revealed, and it was carefully timed. Of course it was.
結界
It's like he somehow knew. Boundary field! The sky's tinted red. My body is numb just by breathing in the red air surrounding the school. It doesn't affect magi that can create magical energy inside their bodies, but people with scarce magical energy will faint just by breathing it in and should eventually die. Tosca.
遠坂、
分かって
I know. Let's
急ぐわ
hurry,
よ
Shiro.
シロ
The school is red all around. The hallway is red like blood. The air is red like blood. The thick air sticking to my skin makes me hallucinate that this might be just a bad dream. Breath filled with hatred escapes my closed mouth. I pour reasoning into my confused and heated brain as coolant, and I try to grasp the situation. I run into the classroom, the one nearest to the stairs. Tosca stops for a second, hesitant to enter this disastrous scene. I understand how she feels. I don't want to encounter such a thing either.
息はある。
They're still
まだ間に合わないわ
alive.
けじゃん。
It doesn't mean we won't make it. I go near a student to check his pulse and breathing. There's no conscious person in this classroom. Everybody, including the students at their desks and the teacher up front, are down on the floor now. Most of the students are unconscious, convulsing, foaming at the mouth like it's a bad joke. A few students have other things happening to them. Their skin is melting. The human skin is slowly melting like mud sliding off plaster. The way the melting skin drips onto the floor makes me picture a giant's stomach. Tosca is astonished by the horrific scene. There's no time to think. To resolve the situation as fast as we can, I should... Oh, fuck. This is not good. Okay. Search for Shinji with the two of us, or use a command spell to call for Saber. Well, going from what we know from the anime, he uses the command spell, and also, this would be a bad idea anyway. I mean, even not having seen the anime, I would probably use the, I'd probably go for the second option, which is, call Saber. I think we've used, oh yeah, this would be our second command spell, wouldn't it? Well, we kind of have to in this situation. We might as well use the command spell. It's better than dying. That's the best choice we have. If Shinji's servant created this boundary field, I just need to call for Saber.
遠坂セイバーを呼ぶ
Tosaka, I'm calling for Saber. Tell me how to use the command spell.
ちょっと待ってセイバーを呼ぶなら私も
Hold on. If you're going to call for Saber, I'll also...
遠坂は昨日レイジを使ったんだ
You used your command spell yesterday, so it's my turn today.
セイバーを呼んで
We can call for Archer if Saber can't handle the situation by herself. So how do I use the command spell?
レイジの使い方は
左手に意識を固めて
Concentrate on your left hand. It's better if you close your eyes.
頭の中で自分の
Imagine the shape of your command spell and release it. Give an order while you release it, of course.
解くときは命令をしながらよ
I close my eyes. I can't take my time. I eliminate any thoughts in my head as quickly as I can. Concentrate on my second command spell.
頼む来い
Please, come, Saber! And I release the command spell without any hesitation. My hand burns. At the same time, I feel an unnatural heaviness right beside me, and a knight in silver emerges from the heavy void. Saber,
召喚に応じ参上し
I
ま
have
した
come in response to your summons.
マスター
What is the
状況
situation,
は
Master? It is grave enough for you to use your command spell, correct?
見ての通りだ
It's just as it looks, Saber. A servant activated this boundary field.
1秒でも早くこいつを
I want to remove this boundary field as fast as possible.
承知しました確かに
I understand. I certainly feel the presence of a servant on this floor.
このフロア
This floor? The servant's on the fourth floor?
間違いありません
I'm sure of it. What about it,
それが何
Rin?
かおおセイバーの感知なら確か
Huh?
だろうけど
No, I'm sure
それは
that's the case if you
おかしい
say
のよ
so, but that's too strange. I can feel the origin of the boundary field is on the first floor. I'm sure your skill to detect a servant is superior to mine, but my skill to detect magic is pretty good too.
私だって負けてない
So you're saying that the servant is on this floor even though the boundary field was set up on the first floor?
断定はできないけど
I can't say for sure, but that's what I feel.
この結界の起点は
The source of the boundary field has to be on the first floor. So there are two alternatives, huh? If Shinji arranged for his servant to come to this floor, one has to be a trap. Everyone in the school will pay the price if we make the wrong choice.
リンアーチャーはどうしたのです
Rin, where's Archer? We can make a better analysis if he is
もう少し確かな
here.
判別ができるそれがあいつ呼んでも答えないのこの結界
He's not answering
完全に
me.
打ち
This
消そうと
boundary field has us
してる
totally cut off from the outside world. I have to use the command spell, or we'll have to wait for him to detect this and come here. Tosca and Saber glare at each other, but now's not a time to be doing so. Think. Tosca doesn't have her composure. The best thing we can do right now is... Alright, we'll go search the first floor. Well, at least the visual novel made my choice for me. I feel sorry for letting Saber fight by herself, but she should be able to take the servant on by herself.
セイバーサーバントは任せ
Saber, I'll leave the servant up to you. Can you fight by yourself?
無論です
Of course. What will you do, Shiro?
遠坂と1階に急ぐ
I'm going down to the first floor. I might be unreliable by myself, but I'm sure it'll be alright if Tosca's with me. Besides, only Tosca can detect magical energy. Let's go together, Tosca.
ええ当然よ言われなくても一人
Yeah,
で行
of
くつもり
course.
だ
I
った
was going to go by myself if you didn't ask me. Then it's decided. So now.
ちょ何してんのよ
Hey,
その足なん
what are
て
you
折っても
doing?
正気
Are you insane? Breaking a chair like that?
武器は必要だろ
We need a weapon, right? I can only use strengthening magic, so I need something I can strengthen. I swing the leg of the chair. It's exactly like the time I got attacked by Tosca. I easily succeed at the strengthening magic, and I also take another leg while I'm at it. Dual wielding.
シロ外に微弱な気配が
Shiro,
します
I feel a weak presence is outside. It seems we are surrounded. Surrounded by
包囲
what?
されたって何
わかりかねますで
I
す
do
が
not know.
外
We only
に
need
出
to
て
go out
確認
and
する
check.
だけの話です
そうだな
You're right. Can you take the lead?
無論あなた
Of
の
course.
盾となる
It
の
is
は
my duty to be your
私の使
shield.
命ですから
Saber runs out into the hallway. Let's go, Tosuka. We'll go down to the first floor. Oh, shit. Bone familiars. The instant we go out into the hallway, we find out what's surrounding us. Are those bones? Things made out of inhuman bones are coming in great numbers from the other side of the hallway. What is that, Tosuka?
ゴーレム、使い魔の類でしょ。いいからこっち。
Gull, it's a kind of familiar. Just come this way. Saber will take care of them. They won't be a match for Saber no matter how many of them there are. I'll leave it to you, Saber. I run to the stairs. The sound of Saber destroying the bones echoes behind me. We run down the stairs. It's not that far to the first floor. But damn you! I smash the blocking bone creatures with the chair leg in my hand. This is the third one already. It might be because I saw the disaster, but I don't care about confronting these monsters. In other words, my mind is numb. My proper emotions such as hatred, fear, sadness, and cowardice have all frozen up. The only thing filling my head is the desire to get to the first floor. I take the two swords in my hands and swing them like I saw him use them. Hey, don't go that way! I smash the fourth bone creature. The bone creature that tried to attack Tosuka from the side gets smashed and smacked into a wall. Hey, are you alright, Tosuka? What the fuck are you doing? Good, Tosuka isn't hurt at all. Tosuka, where's the origin of the boundary field? It's right there. It's in that classroom. The place Tosuka points at is about 10 meters ahead. There are a few more bone creatures that followed us down the stairs, but we don't have time to deal with them. I parry the attacking sword with the weapon in my right hand. I attack the defenseless body with the weapon in my left hand. I destroy the fifth bone creature, but there are more of them. There are at least 10 bone creatures in the hallway. Damn, they're persistent. Why don't you guys run out? I retreat a bit. The chair legs in my hands are worn down. Even though I strengthened them, they are originally only stainless steel. I don't know if they'll hold even for one more attack. Get back, Shiro! Huh? I'm surprised, but I back up like she tells me to. At that instant, Tosuka jumps out in front of me and throws a jewel at the bone creatures. Ein Klipper! East Ein Klipper! And yes, I know I butchered the Latin. I'm sorry. I'm not fluent in Latin. She fills my vision with pure white. That must have been some sort of a release spell. There is no sign of destruction in the hallway, and only the scattered remains of the bone creatures are there. Thanks, you really helped me out. I rarely use the topaz, so it took me some time to get it ready. I would have been overwhelmed if you weren't with me. She lowers her shoulders in relief, but she only does so for an instant and glares at the classroom. Let's go. Shinji should be there. Tosuka runs to the classroom. I follow her and step into the red classroom. It is a pure hell here. The air in this classroom cannot be called gas anymore. The vaporized blood dyes the eyes of the beholder like paint. Voices of anguish can be heard from all over. This is the origin of the boundary field, the place where absorption is the strongest. The students lying on the floor are totally different from the students on the fourth floor. The moanings I hear are just hallucinations. The students have pale faces, and they don't move as if they are dolls made from wax. It reminds me of a mountain of corpses, trash thrown away in a wasteland. Tosuka is staring at the scene, her legs shaking. I hear a chattering sound. It must be to suppress her emotions. Tosuka's teeth chatter as she beholds the scene in horror. She moves her shaking legs and steps forward. Between the desks, there's a living person there. On his butt amongst the fallen students, Mato Shinji is looking up at Tosuka. Shinji, you... A stern voice. He must have reacted to the voice. Shinji lets out a strange cry and jumps away from Tosuka. I don't know how else it would have sounded, honestly. That seems the most appropriate. I'm not going to accept any excuses. I'll have you atone for what you've done, no matter what. Tosuka goes near Shinji. Man, you look like you're shitting your pants there, Shinji. No. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me. Shinji shakes his head and retreats to the wall. It's not me. How can you say that? Just go ahead and stop the boundary field. If you won't, I can blow off that face of yours and... No! I said no! It's not me! It's not me! It's not me that killed her! This is strange. Shinji is running away from Tosuka, but he's not looking at her. He's looking at the floor, right by our feet. By our feet? I look down. There are only students that fell unconscious. There isn't anything else. Tosuka. I call out to her and point to the place. Huh? A stunned voice. She must have forgotten her anger towards Shinji. The instant she sees the thing on the floor, Tosuka's intent to kill fades away. My breath stops. The thing on the floor is completely dead. The long purple hair. The woman covered in black clothes. The servant that attacked me. Ryder. She's dead. Tosuka's voice contains no emotion. It's not me! I didn't do it! I executed the boundary field and nobody was able to move, but Ryder was... The black servant, Ryder, was killed in one blow. What kind of weapon was it, and how was she killed? Only one blow against a servant. Only aiming for the neck and killing the enemy by ripping the neck apart. I can't even imagine how it was done. It must have caught her by surprise, but the enemy must have been skilled to cut her neck in one blow. No. Can I call it cut? It looks like someone put a jack in there and ripped off the meat and bone by crushing it. Ryder disappears from this world. The red world disappears at the same time. It seems that the boundary field was created by this servant, as I thought. But... Shinji, who did this? As Tosuka closes in, Shinji slowly retreats towards the hallway. I told you that there's another master at our school, right? It's your fault for ignoring my warning and causing this panic. Huh, it seems you survived by watching your servant die without helping her. But it's your turn next if you saw the enemy. I don't know what kind of a master he or she is, but I'm sure you're next. That can't be true. I don't have my servant anymore. I'm not a master anymore, so you guys should be the next target. Yeah, well, you're right. There's no harm in letting you be even if you have your command spells. It might be annoying having you run around, but a harmless insect can't kill humans. Yeah, I won't kill you here, depending on your response. Insect? I'm a harmless insect? You should thank me for not comparing you to a noxious insect. I told you that you're harmless since Mato Shinji is fit to be neither a magus nor a master. So, tell me if you saw it. That's the only value in you right now. Shinji retreats, being pushed by Tosuka's pressure. I don't know if Tosuka's serious or just threatening. But, she's seriously angry. She has lost her calmness after seeing the tragic scene here. Come on, what kind of a servant killed your servant, Shinji? I don't know. You're the one who should be cowering in fear. You guys are the next target. You! Shinji runs out into the hallway and Tosca starts to go after him. But Tosca stops as if she realizes something. No, that's wrong. It's not that she noticed something. She's just watching the students on the floor and biting her lips in vexation. Her face is that of Tosca Rin, but her knees are shaking and her eyes are wavering as if they are about to cry. I don't know if she's filled with sorrow or vexation, but that tells me she is firm, can do everything, and is a mature magus. But she's just a girl of her age on the inside. It's fine, Tosca. Everyone's still breathing. It's not over yet. Huh? Everyone's breathing? Yeah. It might be hard, but take a good look. Everyone's alive. The boundary field is gone, so all we have to do now is call for help. So, should we call for an ambulance or something else in a case like this? Should we contact the church if their wounds are caused by magic? I ask her in a calm voice. That must have gotten back her reasoning as she slaps her own face with both her hands. We can contact the church. Kirei will take care of the rest if you explain the situation to him. Alright, let's contact him right away. Nodding, Tosca runs out into the hallway. She must be heading to the office. There's a phone there, so she should be able to make a call right away. I don't know, I wouldn't be too trustworthy of Kirei. We finish contacting the church and go outside. It'd be troublesome for us if we were the only ones unharmed, so Kodamine ordered us to pretend that we weren't here today. Then, Saber, were you fighting Castor? Yes, it was Servant Castor that was controlling those golems. I defeated Castor, but I am sure it was only her shadow. I see. So it means Castor was controlling those bone creatures from the Realta temple. Then Castor was the one who attacked Shinji's servant. Then the fourth master at our school would be Castor's master. Considering Castor, it's possible that she used Shinji to lure Ryder into a trap. I believe so. According to you, Ryder had her head cut off in one blow. I imagined that she was held constrained and that she was killed without resisting. That's troublesome, but we found out Castor's master is at my school. It wasn't completely meaningless. I turn to Tosca for confirmation. Tosca only stares back at me silently. Since we left the classroom, Tosca's only been looking at me as if she wants to say something. Tosca, come out and say it if you want to say something. I feel weird if you're quiet. In fear of not knowing when I'll get hit from behind. Tosca stares at me for a while and with a serious face. Emiya-kun, you're pretty calm. It's a bit unexpected. Says this. I'm not calm. My head got all boiled up too. We both lost our composure out of anger. But you figured out everyone's condition. I couldn't do that. Oh, that. It's nothing much. I was only able to tell since I'm used to seeing dead bodies. Huh? Used to seeing dead bodies? We walk away while we talk. This place will get rowdy once the ambulances arrive. We'll go to the back gate through the woods and get out of the school from there. Then. Oh, well, good to know you were just standing around while all that was happening, Archer. Oh, I'm surprised Saber's here. As we make our way to the back gate, we run into the late arriving guy. Archer, what are you doing, coming so late? It's obvious, right? I sensed my master's danger and came here. Well, it seems I was too late. If Saber is here and Rin is safe, everything is over already, right? You sensed your master's danger a little bit too late there, Archer. Conveniently so. Kinda seems a little bit suspicious now, doesn't it? Yes, it's all over already. I'll let you know what happened while you were taking your time, so listen up. It seems I came at the worst possible time. The two argue, leaving us aside. Well, it's just that Tosca's yelling at Archer while he's just calmly brushing it off. Yep, everything's pretty one-sided with Tosca. Those two are intimate as I thought. Rin is angry because she trusts Archer, and Archer is silently listening because he must feel sorry. Although I'm not sure why he would trust Archer. I know what you want to say, but why are you telling me that, Saber? Well, you had a difficult face, so I merely explained the situation to you. I don't know what's so funny, but Saber's smiling meaningfully. I like it even less. Fine, fine. I won't worry about style next time. Let's say it's good for now. So, which servant was eliminated? Archer's expression changes. His usual ironic composure disappears, and he looks like a cold warrior now. Servant Ryder was eliminated. I don't know how it happened, but she must have been defeated by Castor. By Castor? Then what happened to Castor? Do not tell me she is unwounded. I don't know that either, but Ryder was defeated in one blow, so I think Castor is unwounded. I say so, representing the three of us. Then. What a fool. I guess she was just all talk. I did not think she would be able to win, but getting defeated with one blow? Man, show some spirit to at least kill your enemy as well. He goes back to his usual manner and insults the now gone Ryder. Archer, Ryder died protecting her master. You do not have any right to call her a fool. That's what you have to say? A fool is a fool. If she is to call herself a hero, she should be ashamed that she could not even defeat a single enemy. If she can't do that, she should at least sacrifice her life to kill her enemy. How convenient of you. She was defeated without doing anything because she was in a situation where she was not able to do so. Speaking ill of her defeat, are you really one to call yourself a hero? No matter the reason, it makes no difference to the fact that she was defeated badly. Well, it was certainly my mistake to say anything about a hero. The weak will die no matter what, disregarding the fact that they may be a hero or not. Heroes not fit for this war should be eliminated early on. Well said. Then will you fight me, Archer? You? This is surprising. I don't know what got on your nerves, but you're challenging your ally to a fight? But unfortunately, I'm bound by the command spell not to fight against you two. If you challenge me now, I'll only be defeated without resistance, just like Ryder. Is it your way of the night to fight such an opponent, Saber? The two glare at each other without a word. Stop right there, Archer. Tosca's quiet voice puts a stop to it. This is not the time to be fighting with Saber. Ryder is eliminated and the master is gone now, but I'm sure there's one more unidentified master hiding at our school. There might be.
学校に潜むマスターを倒すまでよ。
Our cooperation continues until we defeat the master hiding at our school. Or what? Do you want me to use another command spell to order you not to fight Saber?
そうだな。セイバー殿があまりにも王道ゆえ、からかいに興味
You know, I don't know about you, Tosca, but I'd find it a little bit difficult to trust Archer after he slashed Shiro in the back. You're right. Saber was so adherent to her principles that I got too caught up in making fun of her.
すまんな、セイバー。
I'm sorry, Saber. Please fight me after our cooperation is over.
いいえ、私も大人げがなかったようです。
No, it seems I was acting too immature. I will ignore your common indifference to Rin. Saber takes a step back while glaring at Archer and stands by my side. Tosca moves Archer back as well.
まあ、話は今の
Well,
通り
that's
よ。
about it.
私たちの協力関係はまだ続いている。今日はもう
We're
無理だ
still
ろうけど、
cooperating. It's impossible to do so today, but we can search for Caster's master at school tomorrow.
つまりは現状維持ってわけだけど、
We'll just be maintaining the present state. But is that alright with you?
そのつもりだ。
Yeah. So what will you do now? Are you going to go to the Ryudo temple?
竜道寺に行ってみるのか。
そんなわけないでしょう。アーチャーの話じゃ、竜道寺に行くのは自殺行為だって話だし。
Of course not. According to Archer, going to the Ryudo temple is suicidal. If we want to defeat Caster, we'll have to search for her master first.
こうか不幸か。キャスターのマスターは毎日学校に来てる。
Fortunately or not, Caster's master is coming to school every day. We should let them be and keep them off guard. Huh? I try to think how she came to that conclusion. Tosca knew that there is a master at our school. That must be because there's someone there with magical energy other than Shinji. Since Caster appeared, it must mean that the master at our school is Caster's master. Additionally, Caster's master is coming to school every day for some reason. It means that he or she is coming to school every day defenselessly rather than staying at the Ryudo temple under Caster's protection.
つまり誰がマスターなのか確かめた後、
So you're going to figure out who the master is and attack the master before they get back to the Ryudo temple?
そういうこと。どうもね。
Yup, it seems like Caster's master doesn't know that we're masters.
マスターだって知らないと思うのよ。だって知ってたら
If they knew, they wouldn't come to school, right?
それはそうだ。
Oh, yeah, that's true. Then Caster's master didn't know that Shinji was a master either?
説明はつかないけど、その可能性は高いわ。あれだけ魔術に長けたサーバントを連れておいて、そんな間の抜けた話はないと思うんだ
I
けど。
can't come up with an explanation, but that's likely. But such a stupid thing shouldn't be possible considering how good the servant is at magic. Yeah. Even I, who has no knowledge as a master, got this far thanks to Saber. If you have a servant like Caster, I'm sure you wouldn't do something as dangerous as going outside.
それは違う。前提を間違えている。
That's wrong. Your premises are wrong, Rin.
アーチャー？
Archer?
キャスターのマスターに自由
I don't think Caster's master has a free will. No, I believe the master thinks he has a free will when in fact he is controlled by Caster.
最初の
That woman is not someone who would be under someone. She would first control her master to do whatever she wishes.
キャスターのマスターは傀儡だ
Are
ってい
you
う
saying
の？
Caster's master is just a puppet?
キャスターに騙されているか。
Either by
自分が
trickery
マ
or
スターだって
removing the memory of being a
忘れさせられてい
master?
るとか？
なるほど。本人が意識していない
I
という
see.
のは
It is interesting to think that the master is not conscious of the state he or she is in.
本来サーバントはマスターには
Originally, a servant cannot do something to its master.
マスターを殺害すれば
The servant cannot exist if it kills its master.
逆にマスターには霊樹がある。サーバント
In
は
contrast, the master has the command spell. If the servant disobeys, the master can even kill the servant.
となるとマスターは
With that being the case, it is safer to trick your master than to kill them. Tosca ponders, but I'm not convinced.
そうかな。キャスターはあれだけの悪事を働いていた。
Really? Caster's doing a lot of evil deeds, right?
隠している。
Can she actually hide it all from her master?
サーバントが強ければ強いほど、
Wouldn't the master be more on guard the stronger his servant is?
その点は問題ない。絵に描いたようなお人よしがマスターであるなら
That is not a problem. She can make convenient excuses if her master is disgustingly good-natured. Caster's master may be such a person as well. Or just an evil bastard. Hey, why did you look at me when you said that? Well, it's because we have a good example here. The possibility that Caster's master is stupid is not zero. I see. You do have a point, Archer. Hey, why are you agreeing, Saber? Rub it in my face some more, why don't you? Alright, I get it. No matter what kind of a person Caster's master may be, it's likely that they'll be at school sometime tomorrow. We'll continue to investigate the school, and we'll attack Caster's master as soon as we find him or her. Well, I think that's the appropriate course of action, but how will we look for the master? That'll be today's homework. We'll each go home and think about it. You two are tired anyway, right? I don't want to push you two and have you collapse, so let's call it a day. No, I'm not that tired. It's still early, so... Hey, Tosaka! I need to have a little talk with you, Shiro. Archer's being a bit of a dick right now. Just do as I say. We can't go into school today, and we don't have a clue right now. It's meaningless to stay here, and most of all, don't you realize Archer's acting strange? He's kind of acting as douchey as he usually acts, so I don't know what you're talking about. This won't settle down if he stays with you, considering it only happened yesterday. Fine, I'll go home. I'll go home, so... Don't whisper to me from such close range. Then I'll see you tomorrow. I don't think it'll happen again, but be careful during the night. I won't forgive you if Caster gets control of you again. Alright, I'll go home. Huh, and thanks for your hard work today. You're acting just a bit like a master now. Tosaka jumps away from me. Let's go, Archer. I'm going to seriously inquire about your carelessness after we get home. Oh, it's as I thought. I was thinking how unabusive you were. Hey now, do I really have to settle things with you once and for all? Archer and Tosaka leave arguing. We should go home too. I'm a bit tired, so let's have dinner early today. That sounds good. I support that idea, Shiro. Of course you do, you fucking glutton. We leave the woods quietly so we won't be seen by anyone. Yeah. I'll pull myself together, go shopping in the shopping district, and make a big dinner, and take a rest. We'll talk about Caster and her master after that.